No. Oh, I think I'm live. Okay, hold on. Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world. So happy to be. However, I'm still here. What my channel message contains for the collective difficulties. Okay, what I am is a direct channel to the divine source energy. That is my love story with the divine and how I connect to the energies. Excuse me. I forgot to get my glass of water. I had to kick a bunch of people out of the house because this is what I however, always really going through it. Excuse me. However, technology, and we didn't, have specific things to educate ourselves, and now we can. So now, and someone is going to be staying with me because. So what this all means, and this isn't the channel message. Okay, this is just what I'm going to talk about real quick. What has been brought to my awareness. And to keep it real as I can, is it's happening. It's real. And it's because of this person's mother and father wounding. And they're repeating it and with their own children. Okay. So this person is going to learn how to reparent herself. Okay. And I say her, the her, feminine. I'm not going to say any names, but I'm helping with that. And it means a lot to me because I also did the same thing. Not that I had abusive parents. However, I had an absent parent. Okay, I had an absent parent to where one parent took on all of the responsibility of the home, and the other was always gone working hard to put food and clothing on our backs as kids. So times have changed. Not that hasn't changed. We all still work hard. We're hard workers when it comes to how we make our money. Okay, whatever that is. You should definitely love it and be passionate about it now in this time and era. Okay, and it's become a lot easier nowadays. Peace and experience of your own life. That's what's happening. That's what's changing. That's what's making everything effortless and really natural and easy to create abundance and prosperity. And so, yeah, relationship that and what it means. Everything that I channel is that which I seek the truth to know. So I'm a seeker of knowledge and source. My inner being source connection helps me turn it into wisdom and give back. Clearly state, yes, I'm channeling now, or this is a channel message from before, or this is how I'm feeling right now. It's important to know. That's keeping it real. Okay, so right now I'm just being me, I'm being Amy. If I couldn't do this kind of work, and it's not really work, it's so much fun and it's natural. And forgive me if I have experiencing technical difficulties. I live in a rural area, so yeah. I just wanted to get that message out there earlier about the absent parent thing. And it's really a lot on one parent that stays at home and takes care of all the responsibility of the home, the children. Um, I see it as equal. Whatever your partner is doing and what you're doing should always be noticed as being equal effort. Um, However, it wasn't like that, okay? And as far as knowing 7 generations of your lineage, they would have all done and repeated the same habits, patterns, and belief systems. Me personally, I dream big, and I had this daydream, when I was little, and I was in church. I remember everybody talking about God, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit. And I'm just this little girl trying to understand or anything about it. I understand the gathering and the singing in church and whatnot. The other thing, however, I didn't understand who they were talking about, God, Jesus, and as we were not taught. We're just taught to believe in what our siblings and our parents believe, not to seek our own belief out of the Bible or how we feel at the church. Maybe it's somewhere you felt you didn't belong. Well, there's a reason for that. Okay. Maybe you did feel like you belonged. There's a reason for that too. It's all the mystery of every human being on the planet has a soul, and the soul is guiding you. So when I look back at that, I think, wow, I was so confused. I didn't know what to believe in. I didn't know what to like or dislike or any of that stuff. So I just decided early age that, hey, I'm going to build an intimate relationship with this God, Jesus Christ, and Holy Spirit on my own. I'm going to, I don't have to do as much now, but I observed very young on at an age of 8, maybe younger. Can't really remember, but I was young. And I had one person in my family that I looked up to that really connected to their source. Okay. But not in an intimate way as I am now. In her own way, which was one of my aunts, she connected to source by being faithful every morning and saying her rosary even before she had her coffee or made a phone call. She had always had this special place at the table, and she wore her medallions, her protective jewelry. And that's the person that I looked up to when it came to knowing about God, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit. She was Catholic, and when I was a very young girl, I wanted to go to catechism and I wanted to be baptized Catholic. Well, my father was against that, I guess. He just really didn't have a set religion for our family. Really going back a little ways. However, he did allow in the house Mormons. Okay. And they have recently found me on Facebook and a slideshow thing and play the movie on the wall. So yeah, well, they didn't do that now, but they did that when I was younger. And it kind of brought me back to, I kind of know about all religions. But what does it mean? Like, always ask questions, okay? There's so many different religions. And what I learn now is I can be anything in any one of those religions if I study it. If I study it, I can be it. All right. And that goes along with anything in your life, right? You study to perfect what you want to be or work on, the energy you want to step into. So, where are we going with the source? Okay. So from my heart's view, okay, not just physically, all right, mentally, I mean, I have a new perspective to share. There's Protestant, there's Catholic, there's so many different religions that I learned about, and I ended up getting baptized Protestant. Anyways, didn't make no never mind to me. I'm still who I am, Was it something I did to clear away all my sins and be reborn again? Maybe. Not at the time when I did it. I just kind of was like, I always wanted to be baptized, and I wanted my kids to see it. And by the way, my cousin Johnny Powers actually baptized me. The whole thing I want to get to is all the separate religions that I learned about. And here I choose Protestant. Protestant, there's no religion. It's not even a religion. It's just a belief. Okay. To me, personally. But it caused so much confusion. Seeing how it's created war in the world house, and they go to jail or they get beat or whatever, isn't that ridiculous? We have one source, and he speaks through you always. The inspiration, what to do next, when it's not working and it doesn't feel good, he's still talking to you. Okay, it's a feeling for me. It's a knowing and an understanding now. Okay, I didn't have the understanding, nor did I have the knowing that I have. So that's my intimate spiritual experience with the source that created all that is. Okay. Anything that you touch is made from him. Energy. Source. And I don't even like to say him. He's my father, he's my mother, he's my sister, he's my brother. Okay? He's my husband. Right? So it's my wife. He's everything in me. First and foremost. I found and learned that is my power. I'm married to my own soul. Okay. I've been married twice in the physical. It didn't work out. You know why? Because of my self-image. My self-image was garbage, was trash, was I'm not good enough. I'm unworthy. I don't deserve love. I was all things. Okay. And I had to be all those things to be who I am today. Because all those things, I didn't want to be those things. My mind was telling me I was those things. I was less than. I was less than less, So I chose to be Protestant. No religion at all, but I still learn and grow with all the religions. I welcome them all the beliefs systems. I built my own intimate love relationship with source energy. And that's why I'm here to show you it is so easy, natural, and effortless to follow your own inner guidance system. And something just awakened in my heart and said, no, I planted these in your heart, not those. I planted this. Look at this for a minute. Okay. And what that was in that moment was such an immaculate light I saw. Okay. I saw this immaculate light. It's not, there ain't enough food in the world. There's not enough love in the self to care. Okay. So I learned how to care for myself, reparent myself. It was just being where there's neglect and child abuse. This is very dysfunctional collective. And Source is showing me this everywhere in my life, in my own life. All right, with my sisters, my brothers, you name it. Everywhere. But I am the one that stops this now. I had control issues. I wanted to control every little crack and crevice that my son wanted to experience. That's not my job. Now I know, since I've allowed him to experience life and love and failure and mistakes, I allowed him to just be him. And when I did that, the reason I did that was because I recognized in myself, and that is not okay. So this is what this other person is experiencing, kind of control issues with the parents' fault either. Okay. It's definitely not the parents' fault. It was just the time and age and era that we've all been programmed to believe it can only be one way. To learn their life's lessons without my interference. I interfered a little bit until I scratched the surface. If everything in you, it's not an accident. There's something that you need to take a look at. And I did that. I changed my ways of thinking. I learned that the feelings I'm carrying are mine and only mine to carry. And important to talk about if you trust someone around you that you can talk about or talk with. Excuse me. But, however, that's the intimacy with your inner being. And you should also allow your children to have that. Okay. I call it letting the Tao work itself out, trusting the universe inside your children. Know and are guided. Okay. They're guided to go screw up this and learn this and learn that. We can't always bail them out. I did that for a while, even though I knew. Okay. So that was basically, it was not only my experience, but when I connect to my own heart and the seeds that God planted in me, everything early in life, it didn't match. It didn't add up. I didn't want to go to school. I skipped school all the time. Why? Because we are the universe. We have everything already inside of us that says, I am all this. I can experience all this and more. I can have everything and more if I want. Right? So, yeah. So this effortless channel to your own higher self, your inner being, your inner life, and judge this person, that person for being that or this or another thing. All right. Even gay or bisexual. The soul, that entire being, oneness that created you. You can never be wrong and learn as you grow and expand in love, in your career. every day something's got to change. It gets to. It doesn't have to. You were unaware that you had that choice. I was aware at a very young age that I had that choice, and I chose it. I chose to seek God. I chose to learn more about the mystery of life and where we all came from. Will I ever have all the answers? Absolutely not. But I understand it now. As long as I have the understanding, I'm completely cool with the rest of the shit happening. God built me so tough inside. I believe that I needed to take that toughness and use it for everybody and everything in the world. No, it was just to prove to myself that I am this sacred. I am this strength and courage that I never used to be. I never had the confidence to speak about my life or my experiences because I was afraid of being judged. Right. So now I trust myself and I am very confident in myself. I love my life. I love my family, no matter what they're doing as a human being. They have a soul, and I know what that soul needs. It just needs the self, to put self first, self-love, self-compassion, to have the intimate connection with the divine is the channeled message. Your partner is the divine. Okay, no matter where he's at right now, he still has the essence and the soul of the divine. It's you playing the character role of whatever you choose in the moment. So, love thy neighbor as I have loved you, he says. Yeah, sometimes that can be hard. That's when I go inside and I take a step back and I say, you know, what would Jesus do? What would Jesus do? I catch myself before I get angry. I catch myself. Not always. I do screw up. I'm human. But I do catch myself. They say you can't be different hanging with the same crowd of places, doing the same things. You can. You can be here in the physical, and your soul is guiding you. Your soul is guiding you, but the divine, remember, you are a divine soul.